Gorgeous souls, welcome to the Lady Level Up Pause podcast. I am your host, Karizza Cuello. As an empowerment coach with a soul for women, I am passionate on helping those who are ready to rise above their struggles. I believe every woman is capable of stepping fully into the fullest expression of her soul. And I also believe every woman can achieve harmonious success in her life. In this podcast series, I will be sharing about golden nuggets and fully stepping into your personal sacred power. I will be sharing with you spiritual tools, process, mindset, teachings, and my stories that can help you deliver your own transformation. It is my intention to help you see that you are not limited by your past and you can outgrow the old beliefs that are holding you back. Gorgeous souls, you can absolutely embody the energy and frequency of a woman determined to rise. I am excited for you and our journey together. Hey gorgeous souls, welcome to the very first episode of the Lady Level Up Boss podcast. I am excited to be here with you. In this episode, you will get to know me. My name is Karizza. My friends call me Kace. You can call me just Kace. I am from the Philippines and I am very pleased to be with you, sharing my stories, my thoughts, and helping you. As an empowerment coach with a soul for a woman, it is my desire to help you rise above the things that are holding you back. I believe this from the bottom of my heart. Now more than ever, the world needs spiritually driven women in running their business, in being of service in their careers, in caring for their families, and in delivering soulful, harmonious success. But as a woman, there are things that are holding us back in following our dreams. I know this personally because I struggled with my own self-doubts, my endless worries, and I know how it feels to be paralyzed by fears. I grew up in an environment where they only accept perfection. I thought that was normal. The pressure was very high since I was such a young age. They are always telling me I need to be a good girl. They kept on saying this to me every time that I need to be a good girl. And these words are still the same words running inside of my head, reminding me that I need to be a good girl. So I was so pressured on not to make a mistake, not to say the wrong thoughts, not to disappoint anyone, not to get low grades, not to choose the wrong boyfriend or group of friends. This vibration restricted me in many ways. It hindered me to explore and express myself, to discover what is inside my heart. And it also hindered me to try things on my own because I was so busy on following what other people are expected from me. So for years, I was following the path of the good girl. Is it good girl to achieve this, having 80s or 90s in my grades? Is it a good girl to become a store manager of a reputable company? And then eventually it became, is it a good girl to become part of the managerial team of a luxury hotel in Singapore? And these are the questions that kept on running inside of my head. But how, and then eventually I started to ask myself, how about the things that I really want to do, the things that I want to explore, Like, for example, I love arts, and this is something since I was 7 years old. I know it brings me so much joy. I wasn't able to pursue it because they told me it was expensive, and there's no money. There's no money in the arts arts department. I was young and I was expected to be a good girl. So what did I do? I followed them. And then I kept that creative side of me hidden. And then, but do you know the feeling of that spark? If you have this certain creative side from you, like maybe you want to sing, maybe you want to dance, you want to become part of this dance group. It is a certain feeling. It's like a love for something or someone you don't know that, but you really already have this different form of love. And I am already in my 30s, and that desire for exploring how to paint on a canvas is still a very strong feeling inside of me. So now, as an adult, the lessons that really hit me is perfection became my number one, my form of excuse not to try new things. Because following the path of being a good girl and not afraid of making mistakes, afraid of saying the wrong things, I became perfectionist. I only expected things to be done on its best. Number two, it kept me hidden in a small box because I'm not exploring outside of my comfort zone. I was hiding in a small box. Number three, it kept me from letting Karizza spread her wings and truly express and discover what my soul wanted to achieve as in this body as Karizza, because I was following what other people are expecting from me to do. And number four, perfection blocked me to discover all my possibilities. I was able to enter inside this box of perfection. I was able to observe myself, and I was able to see that it is holding me back. Through my home practice of yoga, I discovered that it is very liberating to give myself permission to be a work in progress. It feels like I don't need to be perfect because nobody is perfect. Life is a journey, and every time we thought that we already become a better person, we always have a big room for us to go for our next level. And when I became engaged in my practice of home practice of yoga, it was such a good feeling that I'm giving myself to explore my my body's flexibility, explore my body's strength, and that experience bled outside of my practice on my yoga mat. It's like the feeling of I unlock a key, I open a new door of bigger possibilities for Karizza. This is my favorite life key as a recovering perfectionist, is to give myself permission to be a work in progress. The second block that I discovered is the limiting stories that I kept playing inside my head is I am only a girl from the small town in Philippines. Actually, I realized this is a fact. I cannot hide it because this is the country and the place I am born with and I'm still living in. But it don't have to be my reason not to spread my wings, to do big, to serve people, and to go big. Following people like Amanda Frances, like Gabby Bernstein, helped me to see things differently. Because in this time and in this age, in the age of information, everything is available within our hands. Our time is very different from the previous generation, and that's why we have more opportunities to explore and really walk towards our big dreams, because I know every person, they are silently dreaming, right? Because our sole purpose and mission in this life is to become the person we know we are meant to be. And for me, pursuing my spiritual path and cultivating a relationship with my inner guidance and believing that I have divine support, that I can get inner guidance, help me create a new story inside my head. I use spiritual tools like forgiveness to liberate me. Number two, affirming new beliefs and universal truth. Number three, it is a practice of showing up and busting through the walls. Sometimes the blocks feels like it is a big mountain. Sometimes my guides, I am redirected to a different path. It feels like a detour. Sometimes also it feels like a hump on my path because I'm chasing things. I'm running too fast where I should be walking. I recognize that our life is a journey and we go through different circumstances and we need to be equipped. We need to have our power tools, we need to have our methods. Sometimes we need to have a go to person, like a mentor. These days, we can have a mentor outside of our group. Like maybe if you have a friends or relatives and a colleague, someone you look up to. But outside our circle of friends, like for me, I have Reverend Michael Beckwith, Gabby Bernstein, and also the other books and the other people that I've discovered online. My coaching philosophy. We all have our life history. We all experience pain. We carry different wounds. Some are fresh wounds, some are old. And as I witness from my own story, the moment I decide, the moment I recognize I want to rise above my own struggle, it is the exact moment I open my heart for the light to come in. I become willing to go through the process. A process that will help me elevate to my next version. In this energy and this frequency of willingness, I believe all healing is possible. As a part of my coaching philosophy, I believe every woman can be vibrant. Every woman can reignite her inner spark. Every woman can bring herself back to life. On my website, it says, life is waiting for you to bloom. And I believe that. If you're listening to this, now is your time. Maybe your guides prompted you to listen to this episode. They want you to hear some of the golden nuggets that may help you on your journey. I believe that when we fully step into our spiritual path, When we step into that ground, recognizing our divine support, we are being held safe. We are always being guided, and we are always supported. I truly believe that we are all capable. We are all worthy. We are not limited by our past. We can rise above our struggles. We can bust through the old stories that we play inside our head. And we can choose to create a new story. We can create and design a life in our own terms. We can have a life that we can be truly grateful every single day. And we can do this with the help of our divine team. I will share with you the golden nuggets that really served me and I discovered in my own journey. I gave myself permission to be a work in progress. I gave myself permission to see things differently, and I gave myself permission to make a new choice. Before I go, I want you to leave with this message that it is okay to press reset if you realize that your dream, now you manifested your dream and it feels like it is no longer aligned with your soul. You can press reset. You can start over again. And this is exactly what I did. Number two, it is okay to make a new choice. Sometimes this is what we need to hear to make a new choice. And number three, it is okay to commit to become better. I know you will become better. Life is a journey and we will go through different process. You can see yourself as a caterpillar now, but you embody the genetics of becoming a butterfly. If you're going through some dark chapters of your life, you can see yourself as a blossoming, beautiful, and exquisite lotus flower. You will rise above the dark, murky waters of what you're going through right now. You will emerge as pure, faithful, and spiritually strong woman. Or you can see yourself as a process of change, as igniting the light of your soul where you once lost. I know every person have their guides or angels by their side who are willing to hold their hands in every step that you will make, and they are willing to be with you in every decision that you will make a commitment. You are not alone. You are always guided. You're being supported. And the love is all around you right here, right now. Gorgeous souls, thank you very much for joining me and listening with this very first episode. I am inviting you to please get your access. I have this free 2 audios. It is called a Soul on Fire Power Session. It is a meditation for surrender and a affirmation to fire up your day. This will help you release your worries and self-doubts, and this will help you get the confidence to boost your day. I will leave the link on the show notes. And please join me again on the next episode of the Lady Level Up Boss podcast. Thank you for tuning in with today's episode. Say hi to me on Instagram, search at Karizza_Cuello for more inspiration and soulful vibes. Visit my website www.karizzacuello.com. Links are all on my show notes. Gorgeous souls, remember this. There is no force more beautiful than a woman determined to rise. I cannot wait to connect to you soon.